Good evening, Nigeria. Good people, great nation. Imagine this scenario. A few weeks ago here in Akure, the Ondo State capital, barely 72 hours after the death of an 82-year-old man, one of his few daughters started to pester her father's tenants for the house rent. She succeeded, however, in collecting about 40,000 naira. Her action drew the ire of the other children, especially the male ones, who argued that their sister, being a female child, had nothing to do with the inheritance of their father, at least not with their consent, not without their consent. Matters of inheritance have become a turbulent national issue in the present-day Nigeria. Many families have been torn apart, homes destroyed, and in some cases resulting in the sudden death of the contenders. What baffles most people is the situation where female children lay claims to their father's property, where such a man had male children whom the tradition, repeat, the tradition and culture expect to inherit the properties of their fathers. On a daily basis, the society is made to watch helplessly as families and siblings tear themselves apart, all because of their father's inheritance. The Nigerian society clearly favors the male child to take his father's possessions, while the female child is supposed to get whatever she wants from her husband's house or family. Even in her marital life, is the female child, who is now a wife and a mother, reckoned with? Does she have a say? If she's unlucky to lose her husband, what happens to her? Will the husband's family allow her to take over her husband's inheritance or property? In all this, what does the Nigerian Constitution or law say? How about the religious laws and injunctions? Are they in favor of the female child? Good evening once again. This is Crossfire, and I remain Banjo Abitogun. On the panel tonight, I have with me, from the far right there, Prince Tola Iroju. Prince Tola Iroju is a social analyst. He's also an educationist. You're welcome to the program, sir.
Good evening, moderator, and good evening, viewers at home.
To his left, I have AlhajI, Iman, Yurith, and Tola. AlhajI Aramala is an Islamic jurist. You're welcome to the program, sir.
Thank you very much. Good evening.
And in the house tonight, we have a female. We try to balance the gender. We have a female barrister, Mrs. Funmi Adejumo. Barrister Adejumo is a legal practitioner. In fact, she's a director, legal drafting and law review, Ministry of Justice, Ondo State. You're welcome to the program, ma'am.
Good evening, viewers.
And to my immediate right, I have Mr. Omalade Owosheni. Mr. Owosheni is a public relations consultant. He is a chartered chairman, Nigerian Institute of Public Relations, Ondo State. You're welcome to the program, sir.
Thank you so much, moderator, and good evening, viewers.
Straight to business. The barrister in the house, maybe you help us a bit by establishing a base for this discussion. In legal terms, what is inheritance and who is entitled to it?
Inheritance. Inheritance can be described as real or personal property, movable or immovable, maybe houses, cars, that is inherited or that is given to children or wife or brothers or sisters of a deceased person. And usually it is either done by disposition or distribution. Now that is the general. That is the general.
Yeah.
Let me say that is the general legal explanation of inheritance. Inheritance, though, let me bring it down a little bit. Is by giving an example. I think that would be the best way. My father has died. He left a house. He left cars. He left clothing. Now these things are things that he left behind for us, the children, or maybe his wife. Now, the way we distribute it amongst ourselves is what we can call inheritance. We have inherited what he has left behind. He definitely cannot go with them. So he has left them for us for our use. And the way we distribute it, and amongst who, is what we might refer to as inheritance.
Okay, then.
And now, on the question of who is entitled to inherit, usually it is blood relations that inherit a deceased person. It could be a brother, it could be a sister, wife, children, it could be a cousin, it could be an aunt, but they must ordinarily, usually, they are related by blood.
Okay, thanks. Are we all okay with that definition of inheritance and who is entitled to it? You want to add something?
I think the World Book Encyclopedia describes or defines inheritance as the devolution of property, by will or by the operation of law upon intestacy, which has to do with who gets what and how. Okay. And in that process, it gives room for giving out the property. If it's will, then it might even include somebody who is not a blood relation, because the owner of the property wills it to anybody of his choice.
Yeah, I was going to ask